Hello there folks, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are going to be doing two things in this shed. The first thing we got to do is we got to clean up this shed because it's a little dirty. The second thing we got to do in this shed is I'm going to show you guys how to swap out our lawnmower's rear end. A lawnmower rear end, okay? I'm going to show you guys all the steps because if you guys want to take off like a rear end, put a smaller pulley on it, this is what you guys can do. I'll show you guys how to do it, but for now, let's first clean it up because I don't know where most of the stuff is. So let's get started. You can use these things for a lot of things. I use mine to keep my little nuts and bolts in them. The ones that I can reuse after once I've taken them off of something. Now this is cleaned up, now let's get to the other part. Let's get to work. I figured that you guys would get a lot more of a better of an angle if I point it this way. Oh boy. Deadly weapon. Kids, do not come here. It's a scary place. Oh yeah. She's heavy. The back's heavy. Okay. Wait, I got an idea. I think we can use old red. For now, he's just gonna stay right there. Space. The first thing that I wanted to do, it's done. It's all cleaned up, it's organized, it's beautiful. We got this all cleaned up in here. Everything else is out there. It's fine. Let's get the lawnmower in here and let's start working on it. Alright, let's get it in here now. There we go. It's in here. Let's get started. First thing we gotta do is jack it up. So now the next thing that you want to do is put a brick underneath it. And then jack it up more. To see whenever it falls off. Okay, so now what you want to do here is you either want to get like a piece of wood or a more smaller brick. And what it is, we're going to lift and push with your leg. Screw it over. And you stay up there, you little heifer, and hope it does not fall down. Now, you want to get the jack out of the way, of course, because the jack is only useful for lifting stuff and making stuff fall down. Next thing you want to do is take off the tires. For me personally, I like to use these here wood scrapers or whatever, because what you can do is you can get it right in there and then just pop it right out. Up your mind, you little heifer. Come on. There we go. Got her. We'll wash her out and then wiggle the tire off. There. First tire's off. Make sure to not lose these things, because these things, it would suck if you lost these, because this thing would just be spinning and the tire would just be sitting there, which sooner or later it would create a hot heat and it would make this thing really hot, and it would probably just start melting somehow. So yeah, do not forget this stuff, because this stuff here is really important, and you do not want to lose this washer and this little piece here. I know right now you guys are like, why is this thing leaning on its side? For me, I'm not that picky, because if you're picky, I don't even know what you are if you're picky. For me, I like to just work on stuff. I don't like to it's gotta be just perfect. We got it off after 5 million years later. 5 million years. Ugh. And then here's this little special pen. And then here is those things too. Whatever they are. Put the tires out of the way. Now, I like to have a floor mat because I don't really want to get too dusty. So right here I use a bit for, it's like a bit that goes onto a drill. And usually for me, I eyeball where you have to take it off. And this right here is where the gears, what we have to do is we have to take this off, and then the rear end will be disattached from where the gear handle is. Pop it right into there as soon as it will go. And you pop this into the drill, of course. And now you got this thing. So let's just quickly take her off. And just like that, folks, it is off of there and onto there. Okay, now the rear end's free. Oh, the belt too. I'm already a professional at this stuff, folks, because I've been doing this for a while. So yeah, so right there's the rear end. We disattach this thing, and yeah, we're almost done. Shoot, I just saw this. This here bolt is loose, and this one here is loose. Wait, are the other ones loose? No, that one's tight, and that one's tight. Shoot! So this rear end's a little loose already. Oh boy, that would have sucked if we were going 18 miles an hour and that thing dropped. Okay, folks, what you're gonna see here is just me undoing the brake. So here, all I did was, because since this brake was a lot more different than the one on that rear end, I had to rig it up different. So what we did here is I just wired it up to this thing. So whenever you push the brakes, I would pull it, and then it would stop it, of course. There, that's done. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to loosen up the rear end back here a little bit. Whoops. There we go. Now, what we're going to do here, we are not going to take this one all the way off. We're going to do that just right until where it stops. Right the last little bit. Now let's get on to the other side. Okay, y'all, now exactly just like the other side, you want to do the same thing. Owie. Don't hurt yourself while you're doing this in the process, because that hurts. Okay, now this one here, you want to just sort of snug it out. About there. Redneck science. Oh yeah, just like that. Okay. Now we're just gonna lift it up. Where's that at? Oh, almost there. Alright, there. All we gotta do now is take out this thing, that bolt, and we're good to go. Let's put a tire on this side. And we don't need a tire on this side. Okay, yep, that sucker dropped. We've got to take off this side, which you want to do the smart thing. I thought I could catch it, but I'm not that fast of a reactioner. This one right there. Oh, I'm tightening it. Folks, do not make the same mistakes I do, because that would just suck. Oh, come on, you little heifer. There. It's dropped. Alright, now let's get the rear end out of here. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, just taking a look at this thing. That's the pulley that was on the back, folks. That's pretty doggone small. And that pulley is stuck on there. That thing, we hammered that thing on there so freaking hard. It was the wrong fit. We didn't know it, so we just hammered the crap out of it. And the pulley that was originally underneath it, it was the exact same thing as that one. So there's a size difference. I'll show you guys later, but for now, let's get his rear end back up underneath here and get her on there. Alright folks, we've got the original rear end sitting right here, and we've got my rear end off of the other lawnmower sitting here. So one of the things that you've got to do before you slip this one up there and then underneath it is you got to take this thing off. Here we go. I finally got her bolted on, and I figured out last time this here nut, it's actually totally stripped out. I do not know why this camera's not focusing, but this here thing, it's stripped out. For now, I had another nut, so we're all good to go. We got this thing on here. Now, let's throw this thing underneath there now. Alright, so I already didn't want you guys to see most of the struggling that I had, but I put already one bolt under there. Now we got to bolt up this here other side. I just wanted to skip past the long part. There we go. Where's the nut? Oh, you're serious to me. You are just being serious. I literally have this thing 100% ready to bolt on, and here's the nuts. Oh my goodness, sitting right there in front of my eyes. I bet you that everyone in this world has had that moment. Now what you want to do here is you want to sort of tighten it up. You don't want to make it too tight or too loose, because if you tighten it up all the way and then you try to fit the other bolt into it, it's probably not going to go through the top. So you want to leave just enough room how this thing will be able to slip right up and through there, just like that. So that would save you a little bit of troubles right there. Tighten this little heifer up. Now, just got to do the other side, and then, booyah, done. Alright y'all, I just got those bolts fastened down and the nuts. All we got to do now is we just got to finish up this here side. Is just tighten the suckers right up. There we go. Now the rear end's on. Now what we got to do now is get up and underneath it and just do the rest. Oh, take off the nut. Do not lose the nut, because that would be a really nutty situation there. And then you tighten it up. Alright, there we go. There's that. We just got the brakes finished. We got the brakes hooked up. We got the gears hooked up. And now we got to put on the tires. This thing's not going to drive in this episode because choosing of belts. They're too big, and so there's one that's way too big. It shoots way out the side, and then there's the other ones that are way too small. Cannot make them work, so this thing's not going to be driving. Really sorry about that, but in one of our probably the next video, we're going to make this thing drive. But we have something coming. This coming Saturday, we're going to have something in here. But for now, let's throw on the tires. Alright y'all. So we already got the right tire put on. Now we're going to put the left tire on. So let's get right onto that. So what you want to first do, or I mean like what I like to do, you get your little grabber thingy-majiggy. And then you want to put the wheel on just right, because then if you don't put it on just right, you're probably going to miss. And that would suck. Oh yeah, look at that, first try. And the other wheel's starting to spin. Do you see how that grabs? And then you want to get your washer, and then you want to get your little thingy-majiggy. And there we go, the tire is on. So now let's just get this thing here off of the bricks. Oh, would you look at that. She rolls. Look at that, she just loves it, folks. She is just loving her life. There we go, folks. There you have it. And there you have it, folks. The rear end's on there. I sure do hope that you guys have learned something from this video. If you guys want to see something being fixed or whatever, you guys can go down and check out some of the other YouTube videos that I have. Most of them are shorts. All that it needs now is a belt, and she'll be ready to go. That was a real good project. In one of the next videos, we're going to make that thing drive. But for now, it's just going to be sitting there for a little while. And probably by the end of this week, we are going to have another lawnmower in there. It does not have a rear end. We do not know if it runs. And that's all I can say. Because if I say anything else, you guys can be like, blowing. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and leave a like if you liked the video, of course. And we will see you guys on the next video. Adios.